Hello everyone, Hefe Sports Hobbies is here, and I found a box of TTMs. Really good ones of current players, iconic cards over the last, I guess, 5 years now. 2021, I started Hefe Sports Hobbies, so I got a lot of cool TTMs, and I figured out, why not on this beautiful summer day? Let's go ahead and check them out. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and go through this pile of cards and I guess some other random things here. You ready for this one to start off the bat? Lance Armstrong. Look at that. I bought this card, this Livestrong band, oh my gosh, back on eBay during COVID. And then here we are right there. He hasn't signed up there. Started to bleed over the years. I want him to sign on here, but oh well, what are you going to do? But that is a pretty unique TTM return right there. So that's the first one off the start. All right, let's go through these piles. I think there's a bunch of random other things in here. We have Alexander Alexiev. Okay, he was a prospect of the Capitals a couple years ago. Whether he made it or not, I don't think so. But there's a cool one right there. He was playing for the Hershey Bears at the time. Dougie Hamilton, personalized. That's pretty cool. I got a lot of current hockey players, so they're probably the best at a sign-in TTM. Vladislav Nestimov. Okay, sorry, I'm butchering that. I apologize, but another cool TTM return. Okay, Josh Norris. I believe I got him twice. Booyah, right there. So I got two of Josh Norris. Sweet Sig signed in blue. All right. Thomas Hurdle. Okay, two of Thomas Hurdle. All right. Pretty cool. Linus Olmark. Booyah right there. Antoine Lundell. Sweet Sig right there. And I got Gabe Velarde. To Jeff. Personalized right there. All right. I think I got a couple more. Got a couple more hockey in here. They're all mixed up in there. You know, funny story with this Trevor Zegras card right here. This was technically the first ever Sweet Sig champion. My buddy Alex and I actually thought this was an autograph, but we have the same birthday. Look at that. March 20th, 2001. I was born in 86, so we're a little bit of an age difference there. But pretty cool. This was actually the first ever Sweet Sig champion, but it was a facsimile, and we kind of messed up. So hopefully to get this card signed one day. That's on my goal. I'm actually putting that off to my, hopefully to get signed since he plays for the Flyers. But so those two cards right there. And then Jason Robertson with the Sweet Sig. You can kind of see it. It's kind of going up through his leg there. So another current stud. He's a stud, too, in the NHL. So pretty neat. Let's see what else we got here. I think, I know I got some other, these are some patch cards that my wife got me when she was out in Chicago. Steve Mason, I believe this is Claude Giroux, one of my all-time favorites. Jacob Voracek, who I believe still plays on the Philly, or on the Flyers. Booyah. Okay, RJ Umberger, Sweet Sig signed in blue right there. And then you got Cam Atkinson. Need to get that signed one day. Shane Gostisbehere, also one of my all-time favorite Flyers. So I got to make sure I put those off to the side. Philippe Forsberg, I actually got him signed TTM. He might be in this pile somewhere. He might be. Connor Murphy from the Blackhawks. And then Zach Werenski right there of the Columbus. Let's go ahead and see who else we got here. Okay, not all of them are in the one touch. Let's see. This is probably one of my all-time favorite, Alexander Barkov. Man, I should probably get this PSA slabbed, but this is a pretty good one. Signed TTM. I believe the following year he won the Stanley Cup with the Panthers. So I think if any other returns that I sent to him, they got lost or unsigned. But happy to get one of his. That's a pretty good one right there. Let's see who else we got. Ross Colton with the Sweet 6 signed in black Sharpie. Booyah right there. And then Dominic Kubalik from the Blackhawks. I believe I got 2 of these. I gave one to my nephew. So there's one right there. And then another Thomas Hurdle. Okay, really good guy. And then there's Philippe right there with the Sweet Sig signed in black Sharpie. I went to see the Nashville play and then Predators, and then I found a card, sent to him, and got signed back. Look at that. Philippe Forsberg. I knew that was right there. Gonna put that guy off to the side. I might get him in a one-touch. Put that guy off to the side. That's a good one. All right, let's see who else we got. Look at this. Chris Novoselic of Nirvana. That's up there with the Lance Armstrong. So got him to sign. Nirvana's probably one of my favorite bands. So I got Chris Novoselic to sign that through TTM. All right, let's see who we got. Let's see. There's a couple more hockey up here. Not a TTM, but the signed TTM. This Daniel Brayer card. Love this card. And then a couple other ones. Braden Shen. Sent him a card years ago, but never got it back. Ilya Bryzgalov. Booyah. And then probably another one of my first ever TTMs on a patch card. Booyah. Wade Boggs right there with the game patch. Let's see. You've just received through the years memorabilia cards that contains a piece of authentic game-worn jersey, which was worn by Wade Boggs. Look at that. Sweet Sig signed in blue. Booyah. 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 That's baseball right there. Put baseball over here. All right, I don't know if I got any more random. I think I have some other random cards in here. Got this Willie Mays card. I believe this card, whatever's in here, received an authentic Hall of Fame tribute game-worn uniform of Willie Mays from the 2004 Top Tribute Hall of Fame baseball game. Cut edition. There you go. So this was worn by Willie Mays during that game. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. So, pretty neat. All right, obviously not Mickey Mantle, but a reprint of his 1954 card, which is a very high-end item. But there's that. Okay. Gary Nolan, 67, struck out Willie Mays 4 times. Gary Nolan. I saw this card. Someone posted this, and I said, you know what? I had to have it. So there's that card right there. Another Wade Boggs. I got this one signed for my wife when we were, well, then girlfriend, now wife of Wade Boggs. She's a Yankees fan, so I got him to sign that for her. So to Emily, best wishes. All right, let's see who else we got in here. Dick Vitale right there with basketball. Booyah. All right, and then here, I think here comes a bunch of random things here. Let's see. Let's start with this one. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Booyah. Another one of Amon-Ra and another one of Amon-Ra. He was a big TTM. I don't know if he has been signing recently, but he is really good with the TTM community. It's probably my favorite auto of his. And I got him on like an old orange refractor card. So special thanks to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's a candidate for the Hefe Sport Hobbies Hall of Fame this year for signing all these cards for us fans. So that's pretty cool that he does that. So I'll put those back in there. So that's football. Let me start a football pile here. Amon-Ra St. Brown, legend. All right, then I got, these are a couple cool ones. Jay Leno. I got a couple of these. Yep. One, I think, yeah, I got 2 of these in there. Jay Leno. Booyah. This one is signed in gold. He drew his little face and said thanks. And then this one he just drew, or just signed his name in silver Sharpie. So special thanks to him for that one. Okay. Bob Baffert. Okay. I believe this is Kim Eng. Okay, yep. That's a cool one. Bob Baffert, famous horse trainer. Kim Eng. She began her career as the Chicago White Sox intern in 1990, and 30 years later reached a goal when she was hired as the first female general manager. So when I got this card, I wanted to be sure that I got this signed because this is pretty cool now that I'm a father of a daughter. So it's kind of neat to kind of show and see, the things that you can do in this world. Kobe Chaos Covington of the UFC. I think I sent him again, but never got anything back, but that's okay. And then Ken Jennings, I got one signed for my wife, who loves Jeopardy. We watch it mostly every night. And then I got one for her mom, too. But Ken Jennings with the Sweet Sig signed in blue right there. Put that on the random pile. Mike Smith, famous horse trainer. Jason Alexander, booyah right there. This was a custom card I bought off eBay during COVID, and then booyah to Jason Alexander. Bob Costas, one of my all-time favorite announcers. Love him. This is when he worked for the NFL. Now I think he just does strictly baseball. He does a lot of cool interviews. Go ahead and check out. He's done some long-form interviews with Mickey Mantle that are pretty cool. So, but definitely happy to get that one back for baseball. And then Desmond Howard, Sweet Sig signed in blue. I am not a Michigan fan. I'm definitely a Penn State fan, but to get a Sweet Sig signed in blue of him, a Heisman Trophy winner, I'm a big fan of that for sure. And then Scott Hansen, NFL Red Zone, booyah. Love Red Zone when it comes to the fall. And then this guy entertains us every Sunday. I just kept an old school pack that I opened up, and I took the cards out. There's gum on the back there. I found this college game day pass on eBay a couple years ago. So it's just a box of some randomness. All right, Mike Messina on the rookie card right there. That's a Sweet Sig sign right there. Johnny Damon, got a couple of his. Love Johnny Damon. Great TTMer. I haven't seen him sign in a while, so I don't know if he's taking a break or he just stopped. Absolutely love this Jim Palmer card. Just an iconic card from, what year is this? 1977 is the latest date on here, so this might be 1978 tops on there. But great color and a great autograph. Sweet Sig signed in blue. Jim Palmer, great TTMer, I believe $10 per. Hanser Alberto, sent this to him. He was part of the LA Dodgers, either on the team or on the farm system, but got that Sweet Sig signed in blue. Pat Neshek, also a great signature. Also loves to do TTM. He follows me on Hefe Sports Hobbies, so special thanks for him for that. But a pretty cool card from a fellow TTMer and former Phillies, who's my favorite team, and a pitcher as well. So that was kind of neat to get that TTM return. This is Larry Walker. Before Larry Walker started the charge, I believe he's $25 per now. But it's pretty cool to get this. I love the Allen and Ginter cards. I try to get as many of those as I can signed. Pretty neat. Here's a Cubs player. Patrick Wisdom. Booyah. I believe he still does sign TTM. So, special thanks to him. That was pretty neat. And then this is a cool one. Cole Irvin, which I believe then played for the Orioles then. And I saw him pitch not too long after I got this back. Either for the Athletic. It was definitely at Camden Yards. But it's pretty neat that he signed my card, and then I got to saw him pitch within the same month or so. So that was kind of neat. And then another Johnny, I think this is my first Johnny Damon patch card that I ever got signed. Or first card of Johnny Damon that I got signed, but it was a patch card. Let's see if it's particularly from any game you've received a trading card. With Johnny Damon game-used baseball memorabilia. This memorabilia has been certified by us, but I haven't used in a baseball game. So pretty neat. Not sure if it was by Johnny Damon, but Sweet Sig signed in blue right there. Okay, Cameron Brate. Okay, he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they won the Super Bowl, so I got a couple of his. Booyah right there. So 2 cards of his. Pretty neat. And then I got Drew Lock right here. This is pretty cool. I forgot I sent this out, and then one day it ran. I forgot to add it to my database, and then Booyah came back. So pretty cool TTM recap right there. I can't remember when I did send this out, but when I got back, I'm like, oh my God, Drew Lock. So that was pretty cool. And then I have a couple of Jimmy Garoppolo. Booyah. I'm going to assume he signs all these and then someone personalizes for him. There's one there. There's another one there, Jimmy G. And then I got, nope, Antonio Brown. So that goes into the other. Oh, there's, I knew there was another one. It's kind of like a Star Wars background here. So got a couple of Jimmy G, which is pretty cool. So pretty neat to have. And he was still playing at the time when he signed those. Antonio Brown. I believe I only got one of him. From when he played for the Tampa Bay. And then here's Tyreek Hill. Rumor has it that this was not authentic, but either way, got something back from him. Rashad Gary, okay, current player that played for the Green Bay Packers, signed us back in 2022. Another pack of randomness. Just a cool old school Topps pack with the gum in it still. And then I think these might be just personal Tyrese Maxey rookie. Yep, another rookie. Trey Mann patch card. And then Raphael Martin. Couple other cards that were just kind of left in there. And then another Tyrese Maxey rookie right there. So I'm going to put these Tyrese cards off to the side and see, what the value of those are and so on and so forth. So putting those off to the side, and then I'm going to try and take this to the Fanatics Fest this year. This is from Gary V. Did I open? I believe I opened this, yeah. Or did I not open it? Maybe I didn't open it. I thought I did open it. I don't know. But I'm going to try and get this signed by Gary V from the V Friends this year. I thought I had this open. I guess I didn't. But there it is right there. I got him sign a card last year, so hopefully I can get him to sign one of his cards if he's there this year. I didn't see that he was advertised yet, so I guess we'll see, but I could be mistaken. So I'm going to put that one off to the side. And I think that's kind of everything I had in this box. Cards from my, Ghost Towns. And then looks like I have a couple other. These are probably I think this is my Lindros collection. I did get him signed TTM, but there's 2 of his rookies that I'd love to get signed. There's Scott Hartnell. He signs TTM. Look at that, TTM Fuel. Gonna send that out there. Put that in a hard case. Hopefully get signed. So there's my Lindros collection. And then these are all Lindros, I believe. Yep, all Eric Lindros. Booyah. And then Mario Lemieux. And then, 2 Mario Lemieux from that 19, whatever set that was. Was 90, no, that's a different card. 1990 score. So, pretty neat. Pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed all those. I know TTMs over the last 5 years, a 20-minute video. You might enjoy, you might not enjoy, but hopefully that you did. Took a trip down memory lane, so hopefully that you enjoyed it. And I can't wait to see you all again here live at Hefe Sports Hobbies, where those autographs come through the mail and the stories last forever. Peace out, people. Be safe, because I will be seeing you all soon.